Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Cecilia, but I go by the name CeeChronicles on all my social media platforms. Now, if you happen to be new on this channel, I post fragrance related content here weekly and consistently. So if that sounds like something you may want to be part of, please do consider clicking the subscribe button and joining this family. It will take a millisecond of your time, guys, but it will mean a lot towards the growth of this channel. To those who are returning, guys, thank you so much for the continued support. I appreciate you as always. Now, welcome to our Maison Alhambra fragrances in my collection, and these I'm going to rate. Please do reference the description box. I'm going to pin all the reviews that I've done in that for ease of reference. So the first one, guys, we are going to chit chat about here is Alive Now from the Maison Alhambra collection. This is one fragrance that is not bad. Alive Now is inspired by Mugler's Angel Nova, and it does interpret that fragrance fairly well. It is a juicy berry blast. It opens up feminine but dries down masculine. When I tried this one for the very first time, I did say, oh, it is feminine leaning. And then after it did macerate, I did realize that there is actually a masculine thing in this fragrance, which is the reason why it's at this level. I don't use it that much because in its dry down there is that it still carries the fruits, but it turns woodsy, almost vetiver-ish, in a masculine way. So it is a fragrance that's going to give you the best of both worlds. But you should take note, if you're a woman, that it does have a masculine tone to it. It's going to be one of those that are value for money if you're looking for beast performance in a fragrance. But do take note again that it is a sweet fragrance. It is on our number one, and that is what I can say about it, guys. I just had to give you a roundup in this video of all the Maison Alhambras that I do have in my collection, so that you can have just a one sit down video and then make a decision as to which ones you prefer or you want based on my experience with them. Second on the list, guys, is going to be Suede Intense, and this is inspired by Guerlain's Herein Intense. If I'm not mistaken, if I am, I'm going to pin the one I'm talking about, but I think it is Herein Intense by Guerlain. I purchased this one as a blind buy, guys, and I was crossing my fingers that when it turns up, it doesn't perform like anything close to Herein Intense, because Herein Intense, I read the reviews, and the reviews there say it's a strong fragrance. All you need is one or two sprays, and oh my god, those will last you a lifetime. This is a leather in your face and all that. So I had this kind of tension within myself, waiting for this fragrance. But when it did show up, it was a pleasant surprise. This, yes, does indeed give you leather and tobacco. So if you're the sort of person that loves leather and tobacco, you can absolutely go and purchase this. But the leather in here is not as intense as what I was expecting. This is a smoothened leather there that's working with a very light tobacco to a point. I was gonna say this gives me a soft feel of a fragrance, unless it's going to macerate to something thick. It does not at all feel like a fragrance that's going to last an eternity if you spray it according, as in what it is stooping. It is a fragrance to me that needs reapplying. It dries down to a soft, sexy, grown, leathery scent. I'm gonna try and dedicate a full review for this fragrance, but I'm gonna say if you're one of those people that are doubting this fragrance, go ahead and purchase it. It's a reapply fragrance. When I sprayed it, I was like, oh, okay, so this is gonna be one that's a miss if we're gonna go with the reviews for Herein Intense. A miss in the sense that it doesn't have the lasting power. Whether or not it interprets to the same DNA, I don't know, because I don't have the other one side by side to compare. But I do love this fragrance, and I'm absolutely going to keep it because it is a shy tamed leather, and it's sitting, guys, on our number 2. This is Suede Intense by Maison Alhambra. The third one on our lineup, guys, is L'Intense Rouge Addiction. I was trying to read it through the bottle there because I haven't used this one in a long time. Honestly, guys, I did bring this fragrance and I used it a little bit, and then I just got over it. This one is inspired by Givenchy's L'Interdit Parfum Rouge. And the only thing I can fault with this one is the synthetic accord. The way the blood orange interprets in here is very plasticky, very synthetic. So if you are one of those people that don't like synthetic fragrances, you're not going to like this one. It does hit that tuberose note right there where it is at par with what it is duping, except of course for that fact that it is just synthetic. But it is a vibrant fragrance. It is a feminine fragrance. It is also fairly long lasting, this one. To an extent, you can wear this one in winter if you like the DNA. So if you're that sort of person that loves that tuberose note, you're going to get it from here. If you love L'Interdit, you will get a representation of what L'Interdit Parfum Rouge smells like. But like I just said, it is just that synthetic thing that may be a put off for some. It's here, guys, and it's sitting on our number 3. Fourth on the lineup, this one is Kismet for men. I absolutely love this fragrance, guys. There isn't much I can fault this one for except for the lasting power. It is at par with Rouge's Moustache. So if you love that fragrance and you're looking for a chippy, this one's going to do it for you. It's a fresh, spicy, clean, slightly green scent there with very faint woods. So don't expect this one to be too woodsy, and don't expect it to be too masculine. It's one of those that, though it is marketed for men, the feel in itself is usually associated with feminine scents. So just bear that in mind, when you purchase this one. However, yes, you can wear it as a man. I'm just saying, for women who will look at that for men and run away, no, this one is totally doable by you girls out there. So it's here and it's sitting on our number 4, guys. Kismet for men. So we may as well put Kismet for women on our number 6, guys. This is your good girl gone bad dupe. But let me say, guys, this is not blind buy safe. If you go by the fact that it is duping a Killian and then you run for it and it shows up, it might actually underwhelm you. This one is green, it's soapy, it's your white florals there. Why I say this is not blind buy safe is it kind of has like a lemony citrusy thing here that can interpret as sour, for some people. But yes, a lot of people have said that this one does indeed smell like good girl gone bad. So it's not this one being off. It's just that is what the scent profile is like. It's a fragrance that you may want to test. But if the price is okay, which is what usually the Maison Alhambra prices are like, then you can just go ahead and purchase it, guys. Sitting on our number 5 is Kismet for women. The 6th one is Tweet, and this is inspired by Twilly. My daughter is the one that has been using this fragrance. Tweet is your ginger scent. It's going to give you that ginger burst there in the opening. But where it takes a different direction from the actual Twilly is it has like a little bit of an overdose there on the florals, making this one last a little longer, surprisingly, than what it is duping. So it has a floral twist to it. But I'm going to say, yes, if you do enjoy the ginger in Twilly, you're going to enjoy this one. But do expect a floral turn there. So that is what I can say, guys, about Tweet by Maison Alhambra, which is a dupe for Hermes Twilly. The 7th fragrance on this roundup is going to be So Candid, and I do have a video for a full review of this one. This is a raspberry, tuberose, and a milk concoction inspired by Jean-Paul Gaultier's So Scandal. This wowed me, and it still is a favorite of mine for now. It has a bubblegum there, not bubblegum as a note, but it does have wafts of bubblegum that you should expect there, and then it has like a creamy undertone mixing with the florals. It is a happy scent in general, bright, sweet, and sparkly. Great for summer, and one that I would recommend. The lasting power for this is not bad. You may need to reapply it though, unless you do maybe over 10 sprays or something. You may need to reapply it, but it's not a bad fragrance overall. Make sure you love sweet fragrances, with this one. It's not mature, it's not juvenile, it's right there. So it has like a versatility where a wide range of different age groups can use this fragrance. It is So Candid, and it's sitting on our number 7. Now the 8th fragrance is Glacier, another Jean-Paul Gaultier dupe. This one is inspired by Belle, the Intense. Unfortunately, this one is not intense, so it doesn't hit the intense mark, but it does simulate the DNA for Belle. to a T. I mean, that opening is exactly what you get. It just lacks in the lasting power. And I do remember a subscriber of mine that kept on asking, has it changed? Has it changed? No, unfortunately, the lasting power for this one is not great. It's okay for what it is, but I'm saying I would not say it's at par lasting power wise, versus what it is duping. So it falls off, in terms of the fact that it doesn't have the same longevity, but the DNA is identical. So do expect, guys, a pair forward fragrance there. There is vanilla in this, if I'm not mistaken. I think it also has jasmine and other florals. But if you like Belle, you can totally purchase this, guys, for the price. If you're getting your Maison Alhambras for cheap, you can go ahead and purchase this because the price is right. But like I said, don't expect fireworks when it comes to lasting power. It's here, guys, and it's sitting on our number 8. So we're past midway, guys. This is going to be our number 9. Do remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, guys. It helps this channel a lot if you do consider joining us here by subscribing. Now, La Vie is a fragrance I'm going to have to say has been dethroned by So Candid. Okay, the one I just spoke about. So Candid has dethroned La Vie. No, they're not related. This is a My Way dupe, and this is a So Scandal dupe by Jean Paul Gaultier. But I feel as though the same foundation was used to create both fragrances. This is a fragrance that I probably would not repurchase because I have found that one. But again, let me say it's a fragrance I was not going to repurchase anyway, because yes, it's a tuberose scent, but it's one of those fragrances that don't excite me. It's just it's an easy reach, everyday scent, nothing special about it. To an extent, say for instance, if I got it as a gift in its original, My Way, as an original My Way, I probably still wouldn't appreciate it. I mean, it's just a fragrance that's just there for me. So yes, it does nail what it is duping, lacks in lasting power, will give you those light florals mixing with the citruses, the tuberose. It will give you a crispness. It will give you an ideal summer scent. It's got to have the vanilla as well, but it's just not a personal favorite of mine. But if you love My Way, yes, this one's going to do it for you, guys. It's sitting on our number 9, and it's called La Vie. 10th on our list, guys, is Modern Masque. If you've been seeing this bottle around, it contains a juice that is inspired by Alexandre's Morning Masque. But what I can say about Maison Alhambra's Modern Masque is there's nothing modern about this masque, guys. This comes across as a dated, makeup-y, powdery rose. I get it that some people will completely fall in love with this fragrance, but it is one of those I have a tough time with. It's lipsticky as well, and it's got a lasting power that's nothing to do with a musk. So it is a musk that doesn't need layering. It is a musk that can hold its own, as long as you like that grown-up feel of a dated rose, then you're definitely going to love this fragrance. It's nostalgic as well. It is a fragrance that, say for instance, I gifted my mom. She would probably go crazy about it because it does have a formulation that feels like how fragrances were done in those days. So yes, it is in my collection, though it's not necessarily a fave, because I am a collector. I love fragrances, guys, and some of them I bring them here to review for you and just clue you up on what's going on with a particular fragrance. I'll see if I can gift it to somebody or just keep it there, for the sake of, say, videos like these that pop up from time to time. If you love the DNA, this is going to do it for you in terms of lasting power. It's sitting, guys, on our number 10. 11th is another fragrance I purchased for the sake of reviewing. This one is Panther, inspired by Paco Rabanne's Phantom Feminine, the silver one, because I noticed that they have extended that collection. So we are talking about the silver one, or at least the one that started, that robotic collection. So this one is Maison Alhambra's rendition. What I get from here is lavender, and more lavender. So if you love lavender, guys, you're going to love this fragrance. It has a vetiver, of course, patchouli, of course, there, and it also has an apple at the top. I think it has, it does have an apple. So it opens up fruity, crispy, and then there should be hidden notes in here. I did say it when I did bring the review that I do get like a milky coconutty thing, but they haven't listed praline or anything there. But it does undeniably have maybe hidden notes in here because of that coconut accord. But that coconut accord, don't expect an ultra creamy fragrance. It's just wafts off. You know, you're gonna get wafts of a creaminess amidst that lavender, making it feel as though it's got like a creamy note they have concealed. So it's here for the gents, guys. Ladies can totally wear this if you love it. Doesn't last as long, but I do have it in my collection. I thought to give you a wrap up and tell you my thoughts on Panther by Maison Alhambra, and it's sitting on our number 11. 12th on the list is a favorite of mine, guys, Musk Vanille. This fragrance has turned brown. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's because it's a vanilla based fragrance. So if you have vanilla fragrances and they're in clear bottles or murky bottles, you know, as they get exposed to the sun, they turn brown. So there's nothing wrong with this fragrance. I love this fragrance, but it's another lightweight fragrance that needs reapplication from time to time. I get maximum 3.5 to 4 hours pushing it, and I must reapply. It doesn't matter whether I bathe in it. It's just a fragrance that has that scent profile that doesn't thrive. But I love the mix, guys. It's a vanilla-y fragrance with the musk mixing there, guys. And in as much as it's duping roses musk, I don't get a rose as much in this. What I get is a chocolatey accord. They haven't gone ahead to say they have put chocolate in here, but I get wafts of chocolate, especially, you know, when I sprayed the first time, that burst, there's a burst of chocolate there, but it dries down to a crisp, not fresh, but a crisp, floral, vanilla-y, musky scent. So that is what I can say, guys, about this one. An absolute favorite of mine. I do have backups of this. I have shown you the backups in the videos before. That's how much I love it. So yes, I'll totally recommend, but don't expect a lasting power that's great in this one. It performs almost like not a body mist, but maybe like an EDT. Musk Vanille, guys, by Maison Alhambra. 13th and second from the last is going to be Aquatic Flower. I think it was Label on this channel that said, oh, you're always talking about the Aquatic Flower, I'm going to buy it. This I love, guys. This is a dumb rich. This is a summery scent. It's going to give you wafts of Delina, but it's not inspired by Delina. It's inspired by Ex Nihilo's Fleur Nicotique. But it's one of those that the same DNA feels as though it was the base, as though this one inspired Delina or vice versa. I don't know which one came first, guys. But if you love Delina and you don't like how stuffy Delina is, or you're one of those people that find Delina polarizing, then this is going to do it for you. There is an unmistakable Delina feel in this fragrance, but speaking about it on its own, it's a beautiful summery scent, guys, that is gonna hook you in. If you purchase this one, you're most likely gonna keep it in your collection. I mean, keep purchasing it, especially if you're in hot weather, because it really works in the heat, guys. It comes alive in the heat. The lasting power is okay. If you're in the heat, you're gonna be getting wafts of this beautiful lychee. Is it lychee or rhubarb? I don't know. Okay, you're gonna get one or the other, but beautiful scent overall, guys. And it's sitting on our number 13. Is called Aquatic Flower. Now the last one, guys, is gonna be the Chant. Okay, this one is the Chant inspired by Gucci's a Chant for the Neve. This is a fragrance, simply put, that is going to tick your boxes if you like banana-y notes. It doesn't have the note of banana, but it does have a ylang that is very banana-y. So mental shortcut, that's what you're going to get from this fragrance. A creamy tropical fragrance. Also has tuberose there. Feels a lot exotic, but there is that creaminess to it, that ylang there in the forefront. So if you love those type of fragrances, this one's going to do it for you. Another one that I didn't test side by side, but I can just recommend it here based on what it is. Lasting power for this one is about maybe 6-7 hours, you know, pushing it, especially in the heat. But it does have a DNA that can be worn in winter as well. It does hold its own in winter, but it's just gonna perform maybe a little less in terms of lasting power. There maybe in winter you get about 4 hours, but if you're in the tropics, if you're in the heat, this is going to do it for you. Okay, so this is the last one, guys, the Chant from Maison Alhambra, making the 14th fragrance in my collection. I have decluttered a lot of Maison Alhambras in my collection. If you go back to my reviews, you'll see that I did have a lot more Maison Alhambras, but I just decluttered them and I was left with the ones that I was using or I am using. Maison Alhambra is on the roll. They are making a lot of fragrances. I'm going to try the new ones, guys. This is why I did a wrap up of this video, so that we can just get the old ones out of the way. I'm going to try and introduce new ones on this channel and to tell you my thoughts on what I think of the new ones. But so far, that's a wrap of the ones that I have within my collection. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section, where we'll obviously discuss more about fragrances, especially about the new Maison Alhambras. I'd like your take on the new ones and which ones you recommend, that I add to my collection. Turn on post notifications as well. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video, guys, and remember to subscribe. If not, then why not? Thank you so much for joining me today, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.